Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking Android box. This is called Elite Max and it's done by a company called Octastream. Today we're going to test it and also going to review it. But if you're watching this on YouTube, remember this is YouTube friendly. If you want to watch the full review, which will cover all of the apps that are inside of it, link's going to be available or you can view it on our website, which is xctex.info. And I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all, in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. In here are all the components that are part of the box. It comes with this user guide, and once you open it, it just shows you exactly a diagram on how you can connect it to the TV and also what's included in this package itself, which I'm already covering, and also the installation instructions are here too. And that's about it. The next part is the power adapter. Now the power adapter itself is 5 volt 2 amps created for Canada and United States, and this is the plug that will connect to the box itself. It does come with an HDMI cable and an IR extender. So this part will be connecting to the box, and this is the part that will read it, and there is a double-sided tape so that we can connect this and then hook this up somewhere so that way your remote will work. And it also comes with this remote inside of a little plastic. We will take it out. I really like how this remote is designed. Going around it, you can see it that it is really nice. Again, going from the top part, there is a little part that you can connect this to your TV via IR connection, which is on the top, and you can power it up. Source, volume up and down is all in the front, and how to program it is in the back. It's written really nicely. One more thing that you can see is the static mouse button. You also have the power for the box itself, numeric button. You do have the little dot and also last or delete, so you can go back. And you have the menu, return key, navigation key with the OK in the middle. I really like it because they have placed it in a different color. You also have the EPG and then the set button. You also have the live button, home, and then VOD button. They made it shortcut. I really like that. Volume up and down, and then channel up and down. In this case it says previous or favorite button. They have submitted that in here. You also have the voice control and then the mute button. You do have a bunch of buttons, so you can set it up so you can control different apps or you can launch different apps. And there is some premium apps button right in the bottom. I do not see any writings in here, but this is how they have designed it, going all the way around. And in order to open the bottom part, you do have a little part that you have to open. It takes 2 AAA batteries, which is not included in the box, but it's very easy to rehook it up, and that's about it. The next part is the actual box sitting inside of a little plastic so it doesn't get scratched up. And once you take it out, I really like that little metallic color that they have placed, and it is mixed, so I really like that. It looks nice and industrial. You can see the name is written right on the top, and then they have this little cut for the power when you turn it on. You do have the model number in the front, and then you have a little LCD, so when you turn it on it should show you time and more. Going on one side of it, you have a micro SD connection, and then you have 2 USB 2.0 ports. There is a little restore hole so you can reset the box if you ever need it. It does come with 2 nice antennas so that we can get better connection for Wi-Fi. You do have the IR connection, which we have the extender with it. Also you have the SPDIF or optical audio connection for better stereo system. Also you have the AV port, and this way you can connect it to older type of TVs. HDMI connection, and then a gigabit LAN. You also have a power connector, and this we can power it up. Going on this side, nothing but just holes for ventilation. And then once you go to the bottom part of it, there's no holes here except a little sticker that has your MAC address and serial number. Also it shows which company made it. If you really zoom into the bottom part of it, will tell you how many volts it will take for it to power up. And then you do have these little legs so you can set it up and it should be raising a little bit from the bottom, which is really good. Again, if you have anything heavy cables, it is really hard to move it, which is a good part for this type of boxes. Enough said about it, let's go ahead and connect it. So as usual, we always connecting the HDMI wire first, and then the power. And then in the front you can see that it is blue and it says booting. That's how it should work. So as soon as you turn it on, this is the first screen you will see. It does have a nice animation. And then it goes into pairing mode. Now for that, you have to grab your remote. As soon as it boots in, this is the main screen you will see. You have to remember that there are certain parts on the screen that I am going to block. But you can see the name is written really nicely on the top. Then on the other side, which is the right hand side, you have the LAN connection. I have connected a USB to it, and also it says Bluetooth. Yes, the Bluetooth is on. Right underneath of it, these are the shortcuts, or they made an icon that you can click and automatically goes to the app, which is called Elite Live. The next one is the Elite VOD, then the Elite Replay, as self-explanatory. So if you are going to watch this on our website, then you're going to see everything on it. So if you are on it, don't worry, we will get to it. Another part is called apps. So once you select, all the apps that are part of it will populate like this. There are some that we have installed so we can play with it, but they have tons of apps for your viewing, except that you have settings. So these are normal settings that you can go and connect your Wi-Fi, but except that you have some shortcuts that you can add in remote, so something like this. And then I'm going to add this one. We will click back and it's added. Now in order to remove it, it should be very simple. Just press menu and it deletes it. So that means it's not there. Now if you want to add it back, they will have a check mark. You need to uncheck it and check something else in order to add it. Simple as that. Except that underneath of it, you do have the Earth icon. The next part is going to be your player. Now this is really cool because this not only going to connect to SMB network, but also NFS share. On top of that, if you have anything connected as USB, you can see it, and network. On the top part is really cool because you're not only going to see every file, but you can divide it to only show videos, picture, music, or documents. This way you can play with it. The next part is the speed test. You can click on it and automatically takes you to do some speed test. You also have some uninstall button. You can click on it and uninstall an app that you do not need. And also you can go to contact information. In this way you can contact them if you have any kind of issues. They will be able to assist you. And again, you can add more shortcuts for more apps just in case if you need it to be in a front. This will really help you out to process. Now for that, we will launch YouTube. Now as soon as it comes up, as a default, it always plays it as 1080p. You can see the quality right over here that says 1080p. You can select it, and if this is on a higher quality, then it will show you. Now I believe this video is only on 1080p. Let's just go back. I know it says 4K when you go into the name itself, but this is not really 4K. So let's just change it. Now when you go again, this one shows as 720p, and it doesn't go higher than 1080p as you can see it. Let's just try one more video. Now remember that we already searched for 4K video. This one also shows auto quality as 1080p, and you can see that it does not go over it. So let's just get out of this too. Just to be on a safe side, we will try one more. Usually the ones that has fishes is the one that I'm looking for, and I don't see it right over here. Let's try this one. And this one also has a regular quality, shows as regular 1080p. We will select. So the YouTube itself does not go over 1080p, but let's just go a little bit geeky inside of it. Now, as you can see right now, it is captured on 1080p, but there's 0 frame drop. You can see the current optimal quality on this is 1080p and 60 frames per second. Codec is using as AVC1 and also OPUS. The connection is really good. The network activity looks really good, and also the buffer. But again, it's not going to bring us 4K in YouTube. The next thing we will launch will be AIDA64 or AIDA64. Now as soon as you bring it in, this is what you will see. So right from the top, it says the model number. It's showing as Google Pixel 3. Now the device code name is called Blue Line. And then going down, the model number says Pixel 3. I'm sure they're going to watch and fix the names. And then going down, you can see everything else. There's the Elite Max 2 is the actual name. But going down, it is 4 GB of lower power DDR4 RAM. And then this is how much is available. And then the memory RAM is right over here. Now the internal storage on this is 128 gig, and you can see how much is available, and you know why. I do not have to explain that part. We did hook up a 64 gigabyte USB into it so we can play a video to it. I really like that now the version on Bluetooth shows properly. That is a plus sign. Usually AIDA64 does not show that properly on Android boxes. Now when we go to the CPU, I'll just call it SOC, you will see it is Allwinner H313/H616 to make this really powerful. It is a quad-core processor running on Cortex A53, 1512 MHz or 1512 MHz. It is a 64-bit chip, but is running on 32. And the clock, the cores that are running and playing is right over here. The CPU utilization does not go over almost 40, which is really good. And then going down, more information is in the bottom that you're looking for. Now when we go to display, is something that I always like to capture. The screen resolution maximum is 1080p. This is native resolution basically. And then the GPU on this is Mali G31, which is a single core processor running on 60 Hz or 60 frames per second. OpenGL on this is 3.2, which means is if you want to play certain games that has a lot of movements in moving in, kind of like 3D, this will show it very smoothly. That is really good. The next part is going to be Wi-Fi, so 5G on this is compatible. Right over here, it will tell you that it is supported. And then once you go to Android itself, this is running Android 12, which is snow cone. And then going next will be terminal. Here is the best part. These guys left this alone so we can see this. That high, which is really good. So it's going to be warm, but not hot. That's the best part. The DDR is the actual RAM on this. GPU is the graphics card. And you can see they're similar going all the way through it. Now the part that I really like to go through will be codecs. Now there's tons of codecs that is involved in this, as you can see it, and you can read it. You can pause the video to find out more, but you can see that there's a lot of them that is involved. Remember, this is not an AM logic chip. This is an Allwinner, so certain chips, certain codecs like AV1 is not part of this, so it cannot play, but most of them that you need to play your online videos and more will be really supported. The next thing we will play with will be VLC, which means is we're going to play some videos to show you if it's compatible or not. So let's just launch it. Alright, so the first one that we're going to play with will be the 1080p video. So let's just launch it. And this is how nice and smooth it is. Now I do not know about the voice itself, that you can hear it or not, but it's playing it very nicely. So I give it a thumbs up for 1080p, and then we will go back and we will play our regular 4K video that we have of the same location. Now this is something new that we thought we should do and bring up, and it looks really good. You can see the fan in the back too, which is really nice and smoothly playing. So again, the 4K on this that is running really nicely is perfectly playing fine using VLC on this box. Now the next part is something that we have downloaded from the internet, and this is going to be 10-bit and 4K, and I can hear it but it's not going to play. So 4K 10-bit does not play, and this is what happens when you get out. Now I am just going to check if they do have another player like this one. Now this is a regular player and we will play it here. Usually with Allwinner it does play it for you, but the only problem is that you can see it's still not going to play very nicely for us. Now even if I have to pause and play, it does not change anything. If you guys know how to do this and how to play it, because it does play it, and if I press back and if I go here, the review or the little preview looks perfect. Now this is a 10-bit video. It's still not going to play properly for us, but it does do the job accurately. And same thing with these videos, it's playing it perfectly. Now these are the videos that I have made, and I know that these will work, but it's not 10-bit. So that's why it's playing it fine on this. So the next one we will launch will be the speed test. For this we're going to use Analyty. Now the first test, the Wi-Fi, and you can see that it is running right now. So it is not bad, but you can see that it gets about 63. So once this is done, we will reprocess it one more time for Wi-Fi to see if we can get something better, because where we connect it to should be not that far. And here we go, we're going to process it one more time. Let's see if we're getting a little bit better numbers. Now remember that I have a gigabit internet, but my upload rate should be around 50. So again, it depends on how many devices are connected and if it is a rush hour or not. Everything matters. With Wi-Fi, the further you will go, the slower it will get. So I know that the one that I'm connected to is not that far, but I'm only getting 66. This is the second time. But you can see that my upload rate is really good, which is 50. So I'm exceeding on my upload, but on my download, I'm only good for regular 4K UHD, as you can see it in the bottom, but not more. So let's just press home, and then on the top you can see that I have Wi-Fi. Let's change that to LAN connection. So as soon as you process it, you should already see the icon changing, and there's mine. Now I will go back to the app, which is this one, and I will select it, and there you go, it start going back. Now remember that this box have a gigabit connection. Let's see. It is running fast, but it did not get a number yet because I guess it's still thinking. So it's really giving me roughly about 200 megabits download. I have a gigabit, so I do not understand what can happen, why I'm getting that number, but my upload rate is really good. So it looks like the ping is about 17, which is good, but I'm not getting that high of a number. So I'm going to process it one more time to see what happens. And then this way we're going to at least determine, okay, this is bad or that. So here we go. It is just going through one more time. And this time again, it's just quiet. It did not give me a number. And now it started giving me a number. So it's a little bit higher than before. But again, it is not as high numbers as I'm really hoping to get for now. Again, it's going to keep it as 192, but my upload rate is really good, which is almost 50. Consider going to 50, then comes back down. So that means is maybe the internet is bogged down a little bit for us. So it does the job when it comes to Wi-Fi. It does the job perfectly, and same thing with LAN connection. All the links will be available at the bottom of the video where you can order it from, except that this was our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.